Hey, my loves. So, today we are making some Haitian style mac and cheese. Yes, indeed. This is my mom's recipe with a little bit of twist, of course, from me. And we're using some different noodles here. I think you'll definitely like this. And we also threw my aunt a beautiful birthday bash as well. So, stay tuned. All right, my loves. So, this is our ingredients for our mac and cheese. This is my mother's, well, some of my mother's recipe mixed with mine. And my mother, she's a very creative person in the kitchen. And I'm doing this Haitian style. So guys, we're going to start off, because I'm making a large batch, but I'll break it down for you of how much to use for what, okay? All right, so I got some pasta. Use any pasta that has holes. If you want to use your elbow macaroni, use your elbow macaroni. You could use any penne, rigatoni, but I know usually Haitians, when they're making parties, they like to use stuff like the penne or the rigatoni. So that's what we're going to use. I got some onion here because I'm making a large batch. I got some smoked paprika, black pepper, butter. I have some mozzarella cheese. You can see it's a lot of cheese. And here, guys, this is optional. I have some sofrito here that I'm going to put into it too. Just a little bit. You don't have to. I like using the sofrito because it has garlic and all that stuff. Just a little bit. Okay, we got some butter. I got some flour because I'm making a base. Okay. I have some Velveeta. Some extra sharp cheese. Some sugar. You're probably like, sugar? Yes. Trust me. Now, some people, they use condensed milk, but I ain't doing all that. I ain't buying condensed milk just to use a little bit of it and have all that stuff left. Okay, I got some half and half. Okay, I got some smoked Gouda cheese. We have some sour cream here. Some chicken bouillon flavor going on here. And my mother, she uses this, guys. This right here. Oh my God, I'm like, yes, that makes so much sense. It's some like Alfredo sauce, okay, which is going to work. And it adds to the creaminess and to the sauce, okay? We got some, if you want to use fresh grated parmesan, you can, but I'm using this, okay? Also, you're going to need some eggs, okay? And I'm making a large batch, so guys, don't worry. I will leave the ingredients for y'all, okay? Don't worry about it. So I have a big pot here because, again, I'm making very large pans of mac and cheese. I got a lot of mac and cheese to make. So, of course, you could double, triple, whatever with this recipe, okay? Got my water boiling, all right? And I'm going to season my water. Okay, the water has to be salty. Now, okay, it has to be salty. Add salt. You can add chicken powder to this, okay? Okay, so I want that seasoned. Okay. I need some salty water up in this bad boy. Okay. And we're going to let that get up to par, okay? You have salt, use salt, but I'm using this. And what I'm going to do, guys, read the instructions on the box of how long it should be cooking. Usually it's like 8 minutes if you're using elbow macaroni, but I'm pretty sure for like larger macaroni, it would be from like 10 to 12 minutes. So I usually cook it less under that. So for a box like this with the rigatoni, it's asking for like 10 to 12 minutes. So I'm going to cook it for like 9 minutes. And the reason why is because I'm not going to rinse it, for the simple fact it's going to have the salt, though it's seasoned, okay? My pasta will be seasoned, and it's going to continue to cook a little bit after. So that's why I'm going to underboil it. And you don't want no mushy macaroni, okay? So we're gonna let that come up to par, guys. So guys, I got 2 medium onions. If you have a large onion, add it. I'm adding my onion. Guys, believe it or not, the onion does make a difference in the flavor of this. Trust. When my mother's making this, she always adds some onion. And you cook it in that, we're gonna make the base of this. You know, you cook that onion, it just adds another layer of flavor, okay? So we're gonna start mincing this, okay? And guys, don't worry, the ingredients will be in the description box below, okay? All right, guys, so I'll be back. More fish, cutting these with the knife. Okay. So adding, doing actually like 5 pounds of mac here. And read your instructions and cook it a minute under. A minute or 2 under. Alright. So I'm gonna let that, then I'm gonna add the rest. Alright. Let that come to a boil. I was able to add 3 boxes in here. Give that a little stir. You know, guys, I used to have a habit of adding oil in the pasta. You know why I don't do that? Because I want the starch to hold my cheese. You get it? I want the starch to hold the cheese. So, but you know, what you could do to prevent it from sticking is make sure you're stirring it from time to time. And that should help. Okay, I'm not gonna throw this water. So I'm gonna have to drain it, but I'm gonna drain the water into some. I'm gonna use that same water to put my second batch in. Okay. Woo! I should have did that the other way. I'm not grating. It's best to use grated cheese. You grate your own cheese because the ones that's already grated have some kind of coating on it. But I mean, if you're in a rush for time, you do what you got to do. I get it. But I'm only going to, half is going to go, I'm only grating half. Because that's going to be layered on, and the other part I'm just going to cut into blocks because it's going to be used for the base, okay? So my loves, I'm taking a little bit of that butter and I'm stirring it into my rigatoni here for flavor, and it's going to help cool it down a little bit, okay? Because we're getting ready to add eggs to this too. I'm going to speed up this cheese cutting process because, you know, it could be a little boring, but, you know, you'll still get the gist of what Jackie's doing. I got 2 pounds. Now we're cutting our Velveeta into blocks as well, because this is going to go into our cheese sauce for our mac and cheese, and it's definitely gonna, it's a game changer. Definitely makes it nice and creamy. But as you see, guys, you'll see that I like my mac and cheese where you could cut it into like a cake. That's how I like it. That to me is baked mac and cheese, but that's me. Now we're getting to our mozzarella, 100% whole milk mozzarella. I like that stretched. So half of the cheese that I'm going to be using will be going into my cheese sauce, and the other part I'll be grating because I'm also going to be layering this as well with cheese. I'm also going to do the same with the smoked Gouda, half into my sauce and half grated. I'm going to take that rind off too because I don't know if it melts too easily. Roux sauce for this. I'm going to start melting my butter. Just remember that some people may like it. There's so many different ways to make mac and cheese. So many ways to make good mac and cheese. So understand that. Everybody has a different way, okay? So I got this on medium heat, guys, because I'm making a large batch. As you can see, I use like 5 pounds of macaroni, okay? So keep in mind, that's what we're working with, all right? So while this is cooking, I'm going to add my onion in here, and my onion is going to cook along with the melted butter. Okay, and it's going to soften. So you don't have to wait completely for the butter to melt, you know, because as it melts and it's cooking, I'm putting the onion in along with the butter. So it'll wilt, it'll do what it has to do, because we're getting ready to make our roux. So it'll already be softened. Now what I'm also going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of my sofrito. So to this sofrito, I usually add a tablespoon of sofrito per pound. Just a little bit. It's not going to hurt it. Okay? Just a little bit. Let me add this whole little bit. I'm sitting here. Just a little bit. You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay? But it gives it that little zing. That little extra, like, what in the world is that? You know? And we're going to cook that in there. You don't have to add the sofrito if you don't want to. Not necessary. Okay, and we're going to cook this and that butter. You could already smell it. Okay, and it's cooked in that butter. And now I'm going to add my flour to this. Okay, and we're going to cook this flour. To cook this, let me bring this up a little closer for y'all. It looks like a paste now, but when you let it cook, it starts to separate the flour. That's how I know that my flour is cooked. It's no longer clumping together. Okay, that's when I know I got it where I want it. Also, by cooking the flour, it's going to take away that floury, powdery kind of taste under your palate. So that's why we want to get that rawness from the flour out. I got a little bit of milk in here, okay? And I'm going to crack some eggs. If you don't have to add the eggs, I just like the eggs in here because I like what it does. I like my mac and cheese to be cut to like a cake. Now you could put this into separate bowls before you add straight into your milk. Okay? I usually add an egg or two to each box that I'm using. Okay? And we're going to slightly beat that and add it to our milk. And we're going to toss it into the macaroni because the macaroni might be still a little warm. So that's why I'm adding the milk so it could cool it down. Usually I'll add the milk in there first. Just in case if this is still hot, the eggs won't cook into it. And boom. All right. And make sure you toss your noodles together with it well. All right, just like that, guys. Okay, your noodles are nice and coated with the egg and milk mixture. Now we're adding a little bit of sour cream. Okay, add that extra little zing that we want. Could stir it into your noodles. You can add as much as you, well, depends on how twangy you like it. I don't want it that twangy, but I just like to as a little extra for me. Okay. Now we're going to whisk in our half and half. If you don't have half and half, you could use evaporated milk. Or if you don't even have that, you could add whole milk. I just like to add half and half. And even evaporated milk because I love the extra richness it gives to my cheese sauce. And my loves, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to Jackie's Cooking. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can be notified of all my new upcoming videos. Let's press that thumbs up so I could push this video out there. Okay? And spread the word about Jackie's Cooking. Now make sure you whisk, guys, because you want to make sure that your sauce is nice and smooth. Now I'm adding my Alfredo sauce to this as well. Okay? And we're going to whisk that in nicely as well. I do this just to get out any remnants of the sauce. I don't like anything going away. I'll probably add, I'm going by. Okay, that's enough. Keep in mind, we are making a large batch. That's some black pepper. But you could add as much or as little as you like. So you could add a teaspoon per. I'm just going to add a little bit of red pepper flakes. You don't have to. Just a little bit. Just for that little, but not that much. And this is for, you know, like a pinch. That's it. I just want that little, oh, you know, nothing much. Okay. You could make this into a shrimp mac and cheese, lobster mac and cheese, crab mac, whatever. You know, play with this recipe, make it your own. Okay, our sauce is starting to get thick. I'm just stirring consistently. Okay. All right, so our sauce has gotten thicker, okay, and now we're going to start adding our cheese. I'm bringing down the heat just a little bit, guys, because now I'm going to start adding my cheese, my blocks of cheese into this sauce, okay. I like my mac and cheese thick, as if you could cut it with a knife. Okay, get your cheeses in there. Our Gouda, our Velveeta. Okay. Get all that in there. Our sharp. Okay. We're going to let this melt. See that nice cheese? I'm also going to add my Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add, don't worry, because this is all right. Damn, let's add a little bit to that. Now, guys, again, with your salt, be careful. Everything. Remember, we had seasoned our pasta, okay? And we didn't rinse it. Then the cheeses that you're using has salt. So if you feel that once you taste it needs a little salt, fine. Go ahead and add it according to taste. Don't go crazy because you will gag. Because you can add the salt, but you can't take it out. Once you add it, okay. And I don't want none of y'all coming back to me. Don't blame me. I'm one of y'all. So y'all don't come here and say I'm trying to give y'all high blood pressure. Okay. Just for that little hint of color. You know, there's going to be some creamy mac and cheese here. Creamy, but I want it like a cake. That's why you saw me add them eggs too. Now, if you don't want the eggs in there, you can leave the eggs out. My sugar. Again, don't keep in mind, I am making a large batch. Okay? So, keep that in mind. So don't be freaking out. You know, I know you probably like, oh my God, look at all that sugar, it's gonna be big. No, 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 no. Trust me. Oh, cheese sauce here. We have made it. Okay. Here's our beautiful cheese sauce. And we're ready to combine and start putting everything together. All right? Now I'm just adding my cheese sauce bit by bit because it's a lot of cheese sauce. Okay, now we're going to stir that nicely. And all that beautiful sauce is going to get into the holes, those grooves of that pasta. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Okay, and look at that. And we're not even done yet because we're going to add more cheese. Okay, so this is going to be some cheesy mac and cheese. Okay, it wouldn't be mac and cheese if it doesn't have cheese. So I'm speeding this up, the whole layering process. So I'm putting some of the mixture at the bottom, and then I'm going to layer it with the mixture of the grated cheese, and I'm just sprinkling it, okay, on top. My little parmesan, grated parmesan, okay. Then I'm layering another layer of pasta on top, okay. And after that, we're going to do another layer of cheese, okay? Actually, this was like about a pan and a half. Okay, so I use about 5 pounds of rigatoni here, okay? So this is easy to double, triple, quadruple. And we're going to add our last layer of grated cheese on top, okay? Just enough. And we're going to add a little bit of smoked paprika on top for some color. Okay, I just added enough cheese on top because I want that top to also be crispy. That's what makes Haitian macaroni and cheese too. When you let it get that little slight golden brown and the top of it is going to be half cheese, but just enough cheese where it'll allow it to have that crispy top as well. Now I'm going to bake in the 350-degree oven covered. And for the other part, we will bake it for about 45 minutes. Okay. And then half of that 45 minutes, we'll take it uncovered and let the top broil. Now I just have another small, well, this is a nice deep size 9-inch, or I think it's a 10-inch pan that I'm making here as well, that we are preparing. And we're going to bake that also for 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, so I'm doing the same process here, layering it with the cheese and so forth. And we're going to cover that, stick that bad boy in there as well. All right, guys. So right now, I'm just baking my mac. Okay, as you can see. Now, guys, this is our mac. That's the smaller one that's baked. Okay, and as you can see, it's beautiful, nice. I don't like light-skinned looking, not light-skinned, but light looking. Oh God, light looking mac and cheese. I like it to have that little brown goldenness, and it has that nice crispy top. Okay, the pasta has, that top pasta has got nice and crispy, which makes it that authentic Haitian style mac and cheese. Okay, and guys, definitely when you take it out, let it set. Let your mac and cheese set. Don't be quick to dig into it. Let it set. Okay, let everything settle down. All right, before you cut into it. And this is the bigger pan that we have finished. Okay, and I'm going to wrap that because I'm catering for my aunt's party. I'm going to show you some other stuff that I have done as well. You know, you'll see, God, I made ham, I made ribs, I made barbecue chicken, baked chicken. My husband made fried chicken. It was a lot going on, but it was so nice. All right, guys, so we are going to make our ham. So this ham is already smoked. So I'm going to clean it, guys. I don't care what anybody says, because it got all that on it. And this is about an 8.2 pound, half of a ham. Okay. So let us take this out. You know, you gotta be careful at times when, even though some people don't take it straight out of the pack, and I can't do it. I just can't. You know, look at all that. Ugh, all that juice in there. Let me do it in the sink. That. I also got some lemon, which I'm going to use. We could use a good half of a lemon. And some lemon juice. I don't play that, y'all. I don't play that mess. I'm sorry. And some lemon juice. And this is just to, I mean, you're not, you know, it's just to, like, you know, get some of that slime off. I'm sorry. It's okay to run your meats under some water, guys. I don't care what the FDA say. I ain't know. All right. So right now we're just prepping. I'm going to show you what to do. I wanted to get some apricot jam because I could taste the apricot in conjunction with this. I really could taste it. I could taste it in my mind, if that makes any sense. For those that are real cooks, I think the combination would go well. But, you know, just take a little, you know, just a little bit, just to rub off. You're not, you know. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. There's nothing wrong. Don't let anybody tell you. We're going to put some pineapples on here. I ain't doing no cherries. I cannot do that. What people sometimes, they like to do cherries. I don't know. There's something about that makes my skin crawl. It makes me nauseous. Okay. And, you know, guys, I've been noticing that people, when this fish baking, people like to remove this fat. I don't know why people do that. Am I bugging? Or I'm like, why do y'all do that? I never know, because I think there's so much flavor, and that's usually the part that people run to. All right, let's get some. I'm putting a little hot water on here. You know, just, you just want to give it a quick little rinse. See, now that's going to look better. Okay, just prep your ham. I'm going to take out my clothes, guys. All right, so we got our ham. Okay, and what we're going to do now, I'm just going to, I find this works for me very well. Believe it or not, to just dry it off. Okay. Because then we're going to make some slits in it. Okay. Take off any of that excess moisture. Okay. And a lot of times people feel, well, if you clean it, aren't you taking the smokiness? No, darling, this is deeply smoked. It's deeply smoked, so the smoke is penetrated. I just don't like that slimy liquid they have on it. Even though that's the preservatives, I don't care for it. I just don't. Okay. Just all right. Now I'm going to make some slits in this, my loves. See, don't go too deep. I'm not trying to go too deep in here. And guys, please don't be upset with me. I thought I had, okay. Well, actually, I didn't do the full version of making the ham because I had so much food to cook, so I didn't have a chance to record it. I think I actually just forgot to record making the full ham, but at least you'll get the gist of after I put on the cloves, after I slice it, put on the cloves, bake it according to the package because these hams are already pre-cooked. It's not like a ham you have to actually boil. Okay, so I baked it in a 325-degree oven. It's like 15 minutes per pound, so this was like 8 pounds, so 15-20 minutes per pound you bake it, so about an hour and change, almost 2 hours. Okay, and then you can do your glazes and stuff. All right, but I'm sorry about that. All right, so I got some of those. Okay, then I'm gonna take my cloves, guys. Get some cloves. All right, but guys, before anything, if you want, what I think I'll probably do, if you want to add some smoked paprika, you can. But you know what? I'm going to keep this simple because I'm very tuluntu. I am very tuluntu. I'm not going to do that. If you want to add a little more black pepper or what have you, you can. But I'm going to keep this pretty simple. And just take my clothes and put them where they need to be. Okay, I think I'm good with the clothes. If you want to add more clothes, go ahead. Knock yourself out. This is a rum cherry coconut. I had these cherries soaking in rum for about 3 weeks. Okay, and I also took some of the cherries and I crushed them really good. And it was in the batter as well. Some of the coconut is in the batter. And after I baked it, I drenched it with a nice coconut rum syrup. So it's really boozy, honey. And I put some coconut shavings on top. Now, this is the actual birthday cake. I'm making an Italian meringue buttercream because I'm making a 3-layer tall cake for my aunt. Pretty cute. I'm going to go through the process here really quick, so just so y'all can see what's going on. So y'all can get an idea of the food and stuff I made. So I iced the cake and I did like a nice cute wavy design on it to give it some nice texture. I wanted something quick, elegant looking, with less work, okay? And then I threw on those dragées that look like pearls, different sizes, on the cake. And I know that my mother had a number candles for my aunt. So eventually, when I got to my mom's house, I was able to put it on the cake and so forth. And these cakes were in the freezer. I had baked them a week before. And it makes life easier, guys, when you bake your cakes in advance, wrap them well, put them in the freezer, so you won't be stressed out. Okay, and it's less work. And as you can see, guys, I also did ribs. I brought my ribs a couple of weeks, 2 weeks before. I had cleaned them, seasoned them, cut them individually, and marinated them, put them in the freezer. And then when it was almost time for me to cook, I took them out of the freezer for about 2 days before, let them thaw in the unthaw in the refrigerator. And what I was doing here was parboiling them, and it just makes the cooking process better. I have a video for this. There's a complete video for this on how to parboil your ribs. I also have another video on how to parboil chicken. And these are great tips, especially when you have barbecues coming, parties. It just makes your life easier, less stress, less work when you do things in advance. So as you can see, that's the number A2 on the cake. You know, the cake is simple, cute. That's the cherry rum cake. I really soaked that bad boy in some rum. Let me tell you. I mean, rum, baby. And that's like a coconut bun cake I threw together. I said, boom, boom, boom. You know, and that's the dessert table and so forth. You can coupe it out. This sure don't. This life is too short. That's why I try. When you see me do stuff like this, I do it because life is so short. Got it. Wait, Melly, wait. You like it? Wait, it's her birthday. Listen. Auntie was doing it too. Oh, I love it. I see that thing move. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. That's how chocolate.
Oh, j'aime pas pour moi. You busted. Watching me with my business. You are busted. Yeah.